Lamps full understandings. Please like, subscribe and share.
Our location is Jerusalem. Jesus died April the 9th, 27 AD. Sunset is 1821. The moon is at her feet. April 9, 27. It's a Wednesday. He's cut off in the middle of the week. Sunday's the first day, Saturday's the seventh day, Wednesday's the middle day. 1821 sunset. A Jewish date calculator confirms that April 9/27 is Nisan. We know it's a full moon. This is off by a couple of days, a little bit inaccurate as they disclaim here. It's important just to understand that this is Nisan. The moon at her feet is phase 1. It's a full moon. On this time, Mars and Saturn, Mars is red, Saturn is feminine. See the pretty rings, right? Jupiter is male, Saturn is feminine, and there's a story behind that as well. And where are they situated? They're situated in Taurus, the Red Heifer. So that's what makes it the Red Heifer, a red female cow. It's the Red Heifer. The sun, on the moment he's entombed, is in Aries, the ram caught in a thicket. The sun of righteousness in Malachi 4, right? S-U-N, the sun of righteousness. And here we have the sun, S-U-N, in the ram caught in the thicket. Mercury and Venus are both in Pisces, right? So there's Mercury in Pisces. Venus is in Pisces. And Pisces is the symbol of the ministry of Jesus, conquering and to conquer, the gospel message going out, symbolized by the two fish. This is the most significant sign. Jupiter, the multicolored king planet, largest planet, multicolored coat like Joseph's coat, who is one of the strongest types of Christ. And what we have here is the rider on a white horse with a bow. This white horse, if you dial this up, has the center of the galaxy at his head. So other Revelation Sagittarius signs, it'll say the rainbow is at his head. Milky Way goes through his chest. He's clothed in a cloud. In other signs, the sun is at his face. It's a solar eclipse at his face. And when the sun is at his face and the Sagittarius goes down to the sunset, the feet of the horse go through the red sunset. So the feet are on fire, right? Because the sun is in his face, the constellation and the sun are setting at the same time. That causes the feet to show up as pillars of fire. Now we can zero in on the sun and look at this perspective. And when we do this and we look at Mars and Saturn, right, from Earth, they're perfectly lined up. The red Mars is going to turn the female Saturn into a large red-looking star, right? The red Mars will tint the Saturn. And so this is truly the perfect moment where these two are perfectly lined up right at sunset when he's being entombed, and it's going to show that red heifer. There are 7 miracles going on here. 1, you have to have the perfect date and the perfect time. We know April 9 is the Passover of 27 AD. King Herod dies in 4 BC. We are told that the wise men were visiting King Herod shortly before he dies. Josephus tells us that there's a regularly celebrated fast day on a blood moon, and that 2 weeks after Herod dies is a Passover. And that's enough information to understand that that's the fast of Adar 13. And lo and behold, in 4 BC, the blood moon appears on a March 13, which equates to Adar 13. And so that blood moon and that fast day combination, both happening on the same date, the only fast day that's about a month before a Passover is the fast of Purim, Adar 13. Therefore, it's accurate that Herod died at the beginning of 4 BC. The wise men tell Herod diligently, which means accurately, that the star they saw that represented the moment of the birth of Jesus occurred exactly 2 years prior. And that's why Herod instructs his soldiers to kill the babies who are age 2 and under. Therefore, Jesus is born 6 BC, going back 2 years from when Herod dies, beginning of 4 BC. Therefore, Jesus is 6 BC years and 24 AD years when his ministry starts, age 30. 6 plus 4, 24 is 30. 2-year ministry, 25 and 26 AD. He dies in 27 AD. 3 Passovers in the Gospel of John, and his ministry begins with a Passover and his ministry ends with a Passover, which means if there's only 3, it's only a 2-year ministry. That's why this works. That's why all the signs reveal on 27, because the birth at beginning of 6 BC is correct. The ministry beginning age 30 at the end of 24 AD is correct. 2 years ministry is correct, right? And that he dies at the beginning of 27 AD. Because all of that is correct, we land on this correct date. Full moon in Virgo, number 1. Jupiter in Sagittarius, rider on a white horse with a bow, number 2. Pisces, lit up by Mercury and Venus, 3 signs. The sun in Aries, the ram caught in a thicket, 4 signs. Taurus, the red heifer, 5. Because we know how close to sunset it was that Jesus was placed in the tomb, they had to hurry. Just like the red heifer has to be an absolutely perfect animal. It cannot have more than 3 white hairs before it's disqualified. That's why we have this perfect alignment of Mars and Saturn on this specific sunset moment. Right? This is a testament that this is the red heifer because the line of sight is perfect. That's 6 signs. When we go back to the moon, and now we go the 3 days and 3 nights. 1, 2, 3. The moon, number 7 sign, is at the foot of Ophiuchus carrying the serpents. Ophiuchus has a nickname, the Serpent Bearer, and that name equates to 666. Ophiuchus has the name Serpent Bearer, and Ophiuchus is a man holding a serpent, and this is the only constellation that is non-contiguous. There's no other constellation that is split between an east and a west, just like the papacy. The only one. So when we plug in the Serpent Bearer, we get 666. Now I want you to notice something. We're told that the nickname of Ophiuchus is Serpent Bearer. But that's not what we put into Gematria. We put in the Serpent Bearer. I want you to notice something. If I skip the, I get 553. I don't get the right number. But notice the instructions. Count the number of the beast, for it is the number. It's the number. The number is the name. So it's telling you, count the number of the beast, for it is the name. The name of a man. So it's telling you, put in the name. And so if you obey the instructions in Revelation, be careful, and be deliberate, and be attentive. Listen to the instructions, and you follow God's word. You put in the name to get the number. Here's wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, not the serpent. Ophiuchus is the beast, the man, for it is the number of a man. and his number is 666. The Earth is perfectly aligned in sight with the Mars and Saturn, which means the Earth itself is in the perfect position so that human eyes have this perspective, right? So that's 7 different celestial signs, all pointing to the context of the exact correct time and symbols that represent Jesus, his death, his resurrection, and his ministry.
Lamps Full Understandings. Please like, subscribe and share.